What's up, wrestling fans? We got a couple of things for you. You guys may have seen some of my shorts that I've put out recently about this, but first of all, Michelle McCool is headed to the WWE Hall of Fame. If you didn't know that yet, I just saw the alert a little while ago. She did get inducted. We'll show you some of that video in just a minute. But yeah, Michelle McCool going in. Makes sense with a lot of some of the other performers and people that are in there. We'll talk about this later. I'm sure people will debate this like they'll debate everything and talk about it. But congrats to Michelle McCool. And, of course, Triple H going in as well, which congrats to Triple H. I'm going to have a little bit more time to do some videos today because I myself got laid off today, which is awful. And I don't know what I'm going to do. But that happened, and that explains why my work had been so slowed down recently and why I was having to work extra here. But now this is really a big blow, so I'll have more time to cover wrestling, at least until I'm homeless. So Michelle McCool going to the Hall of Fame. But also, this is not the end of Michelle McCool's news, because this was a big one when she went on Chris Van Fishfillet's podcast. That scared the hell out of me. She went on Chris Van Fishfillet. Guys, I'm sorry about that, and I'm not editing this. She went on Chris Van Fishfillet's podcast, Vish Van Vliet. That's what I call him anyway. I don't know why music is playing in the background, but I'm going to stop it. Muted the whole thing. It won't happen again. And she said that her daughter has a super interest in wrestling. That's all she talks about. That's all she wants to do. And then the way that she reacted, it was like, because you know it when you got a wrestling person in the house or in the family when you're a wrestler. Like, I know it. Like, my daughter is mine. My oldest son, I don't think he would ever do wrestling, ever. My youngest son, I mean, maybe. But, like, it's kind of just, like, regular, I feel. But when I play around with my daughter, like, wrestling-wise and stuff, I'm like, oh, wow, you've got something. Like, she knows how to sell. She knows how to role play, like, and like, she can do a scene pretending stuff. She can just go with the flow. At any point, I can walk in and be like, I can just make up something that's happening and start going with it. And she'll just, I'm trying to think of what's the, what the heck is the theater term for this? What's wrong with me? Maybe I'm having a stroke. I don't know. Improv. She's so good at improv. Like, so with me. So like, she knows exactly what to do. And I'm like, wow. And I really, I don't necessarily get that with my boys. My boys are like, what are you doing? But my daughter, she, boom, she'd go right into it. She knows exactly what dad's doing. It's crazy. So I'm not the Undertaker. I'm not in wrestling. I've just done wrestling my whole life in a small way. But I mean, Undertaker and Michelle McCool should definitely have a sight for their daughter. Being into this. So here's the clip. You may have seen it in my shorts video already, but yeah, take a look at this for just a second for the people who didn't see it.
Aspires to do what mom and dad did.
That's all she wants to do. That is all she has been obsessed as long as I can remember. I mean, she was probably 3 or 4 watching something, and even Mark turned to me. He's like, oh no, she gets it. She asked this question like, why would they do that? Or this doesn't make sense. Or wow, that looked really good. And we're like, oh, gosh.
We're going to get the dead woman. We're going to get the dead woman, guys. At some point, this is like Kobe's daughters. Like, you just knew it. You're like, yep, they're coming up. They're going to be, well, not now, obviously, because that's a tragedy. Obviously, hope that doesn't happen with the Undertaker's situation. But it's, whenever I think about daughters who are like, maybe have the ability, we don't know anything yet if she does or not, but I mean, just saying, like, super interested. So we could, I always think about Kobe's, it's just awful. Why did I get into Kobe? God damn it. Anyway, we could be looking at the dead woman. We could be looking at something like this someday. Can you imagine? She pulls the hat off. Could be crazy. Maybe she could be the creature of the night. Something like that. I don't know. We're already like booking. We're already booking her push. But no, that's interesting to hear though. That probably I don't know how old the daughter is, but I don't know. It could be a long time from now. I don't know how old she is. I don't pay a lot of attention to like checking in on wrestlers' kids, because that's pretty creepy. But Booker T says WWE stars would be recently released former stars would be perfect fit in 1995. Man, I mean, like, I don't know if that's like a compliment or a giant insult to those people. Like, they must feel awful if they hear that. But that's that's not what I would want to hear. SmackDown's tonight, by the way. I keep forgetting SmackDown is 3 hours long. That is so crazy that show is 3 hours long. It's just too long. It's gonna be a long night. With Demolition having the deal with WWE on their Legends contract, it could mean that sometime in the next year to 3 years that they're going into the Hall of Fame. Hell, maybe they're going to the Hall of Fame this year, and this is a bit of a spoiler. Or maybe they'll go in next year. I don't know. But Demolition looks to be potentially, on their way, I think, to the Hall of Fame as well. I mean, I would think you'd do that as soon as you can. And the Hall of Fame is shaping up to be a pretty big Hall of Fame, again, this year, starting with Triple H leading the thing off. Now, I never watched the first Twisted Metal season. I really should have, and I was going to, and I forget why I didn't. But the second season, there is a second season, and Samoa Joe is back as Sweet Tooth, I believe. So there's a season 2 trailer with Samoa Joe, so we'll have to look that over. And I really should go watch that series. In fact, now that it's weird, now that I'm laid off one of my jobs, which was a pretty important one, actually, and I'm terrified beyond belief. I probably could watch some things and do some reviews and stuff like that, but at the same time, maybe I'll be busier than ever trying to get a job and trying to get going. So I may be really busy. So I don't know yet now what to do or I don't know what to do or where to go. But maybe I'll watch the first season and then review it. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a lot of time, but maybe I'll have no time because I was behind this week. So I mean, like, this is really scary. I don't even know. AEW Dynamite viewership decreased. We talked about that. 605,000 the other week. According to WrestleNomics, 579,000 watched the show on Wednesday night, and yikes. Last week was 605, yep, and then this week was 579, so not good. Unfortunately, I think out of the last couple of weeks, I think last week's show was the more complete show, but I think this week's show I liked more because of MJF. I'm just all in on whenever MJF's doing stuff. Hangman Page is annoying to me. I want to see him just beaten by somebody because his little butterflies and he's such a little priss. MJF is such a savage that I enjoy him every time he's on the air. I like the little puppet thing that was done on Mercedes Moné and the little rap, but all that stuff isn't enough to make a wonderful, great show. And honestly, I think I'm at a 5 or 6 out of 10. And some people are at a 7 out of 10. Some people might be at a 4, 3 or less. I don't know. But I do know this. It's not great. It's not great. Even though I had fun with the show because of MJF. I mean, a 2-hour show, man, just MJF. You're going to run into problems with that. You need more. You just need more than that. Anyway, you need more than that. You got to get things going, man. But that being said, that's all I got for you guys right now. I'm going to have more for you coming up in just a little bit, so look for it, plus shorts and other things. Maybe a podcast coming as well, as I got time to record here today. Unexpected time to record. Happy Valentine's Day. If you guys want to support me, leave a comment down below. Leave a super chat down below. Super thanks. But more importantly, you can become a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You can become a $25 a month producer of the show. I am going to have the producers list coming back starting this weekend. I will show off the producers that are $25 and over on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. If you want to support me directly for some reason, you're a billionaire and you want to support the show and fund the show, paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show. PayPal.me/Joe Cronin Show, Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, or become a member. You get all that content, all that bonus stuff and everything. Otherwise, share this video everywhere you can. And if you buy things on Amazon, use my Amazon link that's popping up on your screen right now. At the very least, if you buy anything on Amazon, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever, if you use my link before you buy it, I get 1.5%. And if like 70 people do that, that's pretty good. So use my Amazon link or just keep watching some videos popping up on your screen right now. More videos. Keep going. Scroll through. Make the algorithm hard for me. I'll see you guys later. What do you think about all this news? Please leave your comments down below. Happy Valentine's Day.